Another episode of the CattleUSA Daily Podcast. Today, we are going to be breaking down a little bit of a new topic for us around here, and I'm going to take some time to talk to you guys about cybersecurity and what that means for us in agriculture and how we truly are in an industry where we can't afford to ignore it. It has already cost us a lot of money, a lot of time, and a lot of headache over past years in certain events. For example, in 2021, a ransomware attack shut down the world's largest meat processor for days. And I know all of you listening to this are probably going, ding, ding, ding. I remember when that happened, because supply chains were disrupted and producers felt the ripple effects of this immediately. It was absolutely insane what happened in that situation. And I just want to say that cybersecurity, before some of you guys tune out and you're like, I don't need to worry about that. I just have a ranch in Southwest Kansas. Like, that's not a problem for me. Before you tune out, cybersecurity might feel like just a big city problem, a problem for corporations, but it is a growing issue in rural America too. If you're running a cattle operation, marketing online, or storing herd data on your phone or computer, this episode is for you and you need to pay attention. I promise you need to pay attention. So why does this matter for us in agriculture? Modern ag tech is continuously evolving. We have our cattle records are stored on cloud-based platforms. We have online auctions, online banking, input ordering is all online, GPS, drones, automated systems in feed yards. I could literally go on forever about how much is on the internet, on cloud-based services, on online platforms, all of the things that we use daily, how many things are online. It is an insane amount. And think if we didn't have access to that. Think if you were running a feed yard today that does automated feeding through a feed truck and your system went down and you had to hand feed, what that looks like. If you lost all of your calculations, all of your feeding protocols. If you're running a cow-calf operation and you lost every single record that you've ever had of your animals, of the genetic history, of everything like that, if it just went away, what would that do to your operation? Tech saves time, it boosts efficiency, and it is an amazing tool and resource for us to use in agriculture. But it also opens the door to risks if we are not careful and proactive in preventing cyber attacks and just overall cybersecurity. So first and foremost, I want to discuss the fact that rural does not mean immune. Rural communities are at just as much, if not a greater risk for cybersecurity attacks. Just because you live in a small town does not mean you fly under the radar. Hackers do not target individuals, they target vulnerabilities. Many of these ransomware attacks are actually automated and they simply do not discriminate. They do not care who you are, where you are from, what your operation looks like, what your business does, what services you provide, anything like that. A lot of it is automated and it's just poking holes all over the internet at all points in time, trying to find someone dumb enough to click on a link or trying to find some situation where they can get in a backdoor somewhere just to wreak havoc. Rural hospitals, grain co-ops, and a lot of other ag operations have already continuously been hit by these ransomware and cyber attacks and continuously do every single day. Rural areas are at even more of a risk for all of these things because we often have limited tech support, slower internet, and less redundancy, making it extremely hard for us to recover quickly from this, right? A breach doesn't just affect the operation, it can lock you out of your finances, your livestock records, your marketing tools, and everything else that makes running our livestock operations vital. At the end of the day, it is so important that we understand that just because we live in rural communities, it does not mean that we are immune to cyber attacks. And it means even more so that we need to be extremely diligent as everyday individuals in agriculture fighting against this. This isn't just for our big corporations to deal with. This isn't just for big feedlots. This is for every single individual across the nation involved in agriculture. It takes us all being proactive to continue to watch it, because simply being very frank, if targeted correctly in certain areas, our entire agricultural markets could be crippled within a day and never cease to come back to what they were for months and months and months. If you want to cripple our nation, you cripple agriculture. You cripple our ability to transport our goods. You cripple our ability to feed our animals and function as corporations, as individual entities, as companies, as whatever you may be, and you cripple the backbone. Okay? So this is serious. It is extremely serious, and we need to take it seriously as everyday individuals in ag. So some top risks for us as producers and ag businesses. There are things that we do every single day that put us at risk. So clicking on links and emails during busy season, weak or reused passwords, not updating apps or software, shared devices between business and personal use, and the ever-present thought process of thinking, it won't happen to me. Those are major risks, especially that last one, because that puts you in a mindset of, it's not going to happen to me. I'm nobody. Why would they target me? Right? Well, they're not targeting you. They don't care if you're a nobody. They're still going to send you those phishing emails. They're going to send you all of the things to try and get in. So, cyber hygiene. What does this mean? This is a quick, snappy episode, guys, right? What do we need to be doing in these situations? What do we need to be doing to continue to stay proactive in these situations, continue to put one foot in front of the other, and stay ahead? That way we don't have the unthinkable happen to us in our operation. It's not about being a tech wizard. It's just about being proactive. Okay. So first and foremost, use a really secure passwords manager, not your piece of paper in the bottom drawer of your desk. I'm calling even my own father out right here. Use a secure, good quality passwords manager. I use Google Passwords. I love it. I think they do a great job. Your passwords are secure. Again, I'm putting my trust in the internet on something, and y'all are probably looking at me like, why, Lauren? But you know what? Keep your passwords secure and in a place where you can access them and change them if need be. Next, enable two-factor authentication, especially for your email and your banking systems. This means two-factor authentication is going to make you put in your email, but then you're also going to get a code sent to your email. You're going to, like your email and password, you're going to put those in. And then you're also going to get a code sent to your email or a text message, or you're going to have to put in your fingerprint or Face ID or something like that to be able to get into that system. So you have pretty much two passwords, two layers of protection set up. So for those really vital scenarios, if a system allows you to put two-factor authentication on, I want you putting it on. And that's all of your Facebooks as well, okay? I'm tired of seeing these spams come across my Facebook feed from everyone and their dog. Turn on your two-factor authentication on Facebook too, please. And also your banking, your email, your cloud services, I don't care if it's your login to your dog's hairdresser or whatever it is. Turn on your two-factor authentication, especially if it has your credit card information saved in there or something like that. Just turn it on and get a password saver, have easy access to your email so you can just put it in real easily. Need a ranch hand, livestock manager, or just some good help around the place? Ranchwork.com is the go-to job board for ranching-focused careers. They connect employers like you with folks who live and breathe the ranching lifestyle. With over 1 million visits a year, your job posting is going to reach a massive audience of experienced, hardworking cowboys, ranch hands, and land stewards, all right here in the U.S. And the best part, the ad rates are super reasonable. So head on over to ranchwork.com and get your job opening in front of the right people today. Next, keep your devices updated even when it's annoying. Trust me, I know it can be annoying to sit there and have to reboot and restart things and update all the apps, update all of that. Just turn it on automatic and keep everything up to date, because that is a major thing that happens with a lot of these cyberware attacks. Is outdated software is easier to get into. It's not as well protected anymore. So keep things up to date. Never, ever, ever, ever click on a link unless you are 110% sure of where it is going to be taking you. Okay, so make sure you're looking at those email addresses, make sure you're really analyzing and having good email hygiene, and not clicking on links that are suspicious, that are potentially spammy. If you even question it, don't click on it. Like if it is from a company and they're having a sale or something like that, and you're like, that seems sus, like what, this seems a little off. Don't click on the link. Go just to Google and Google the company's website. Okay. Just avoid the link altogether sometimes is sometimes the best way to go. If you are even questioning it in the first place, play it safe, because you never want to click on a link and then get screwed in the long run. Okay. Next, talk to your family and friends about safe online habits. I have heard a couple of really bad horror stories with multi-generational operations that didn't communicate good online hygiene and cybersecurity hygiene to older generations. And a grandpa that had a company email with this branching operation clicked on a bad link, and it did a lot of really, really bad things to this family's operation without them even knowing. And it happened very, very quickly before they could reverse a lot of it. And a lot of this stuff that happens is not trackable. It's really hard to nail down culprits. It's not really covered by insurance all the time. And there's just a lot of really bad scenarios that happen with this. So please talk about your family, talk to your family, talk to your friends about safe online habits. Think of this like if your chute has a loose bolt in it, or it's starting to get rusted out in the bottom, you're going to change that because you're looking at it and you're saying that's a safety issue. If that bolt comes out, if that bottom drops out, someone or an animal is going to get hurt. That gate over there needs fixed because it's a danger to everyone involved, right? Look at cybersecurity and maintenance of your digital life the same way. Be proactive in these situations to continue to protect yourself, your family operation, and ag as a whole. It takes every single one of us looking at it and not saying that's someone else's problem, saying, nope, that's my problem too. I need to make sure I'm hyper aware and protecting my operation. Cybersecurity is not just an IT issue. It is about business resilience. And it's really important that we continue to remember that as agriculturalists and as people that need to have this business mindset first. Business resilience is cybersecurity. It is not just an IT issue. It is an issue for every single one of us. It does not matter. Every single operation, no matter the size, no matter the location, has something worth protecting. And we need to have good online hygiene in order to be able to protect those things. I encourage every single one of you today that are listening to this to just take one step in the right direction. Whether this is changing a password that is really, really old that maybe you've been using since high school, or you're setting up two-factor authentication, or maybe you're looking at your passwords and saying, the password to my banking institution is the same password that I use for Facebook. Maybe I need to come up with a new password and a little bit of a better password to my banks or something like that. Whatever it may be, I encourage you to take one step today. And if you're a young agriculturalist listening to this and you are on top of your game and you've got all of this nailed down, I am so proud of you. Go talk to your grandma about it. Go talk to your parents about it. Go talk to a family friend about it. Go share this with someone that needs to hear this, because some of us are like, we've been dealing with tech our whole lives. Like I did not, but some people are like, I had an iPad at age 4. I know what online maintenance and resilience is like. Okay, great. I am so proud of you. Go share this with someone that doesn't, because there are so many people that still need to learn and grow and understand that just because we are rural does not mean that we are under the radar on this. Trust me, a lot of this is automated. They're not personally targeting you. They do not have a file on you saying, I'm targeting this person for this reason. They are just poking holes wherever they can poke them and waiting for the floodgates to open. So don't let your operation be the one where the floodgates open because a hole got poked. Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the CattleUSA Daily Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, subscribe, rate, review, do all of the things. We really appreciate it here at the team. And I hope you guys have a blessed and great rest of your day. And we will see you all next time on another episode. Have a good one, y'all.